flashbang. Smooya, real good opportunity there to snatch away a couple of heads. Didn't quite seize it. Now has to take a step back, and Norba, he is going to punish him. Smooya had an opportunity there to do some real damage, and instead he is dropped. Norba firing through for more, a third. Fame following up with another. And all of a sudden, this round has fallen apart for the Movistar Riders. They've been completely crushed, and it's all off of the back of Norba's efforts.
Absolutely right. You need to bear in mind, of course, this is K23's map pick, so they are going to want to make this look convincing, and they look to do just that in the pistol round, absolutely wiping the floor with Movistar Riders. We look over to Steel. He's got that kit. He's got that smoke. He's going to try and do the odd bit of damage, but the reality is the save wouldn't be out of the question here. Mo wouldn't even give him the chance to do so. Swings wide. He finishes. Still forced away nonetheless. Shock's not quite expecting a player to be there that quickly, as he's caught out by a Dread. Nice early pick. There's no response, and now K23 looks to descend on this site. Steel caught out by Norbert. Smooya, he's backed away towards the library, and right now that is his saving grace.
Yeah, two-man advantage here for K23, and the Movistar Riders just want to save him. It's a real tough pill to swallow, isn't it? It's a real bummer when you go for a big investment, you come into the round, and you just have no opportunity.
Sight. Flashes follow. Nina looking to lead this charge, and as the push goes out, Alex, he's Smooya first to strike, Alex to follow up, and there's that man advantage that's needed by the Movistar Riders. Smooya, he's ready for more, but instead, a bit of aggression actually comes from Adren towards Long. Still ready for it, forces it down to Norbert and Fame. Fame already low on HP, and the Movistar Riders, they find that opening, they find that momentum that they've been searching for all game.
Oh, it's an absolutely perfect round. So many against it.
Mopos on the close angle. He's actually caught out by Fame there, and the timing just did not work for it.
For a double swing, then he's, well, probably not going to come out on top. And here we go. Timing's absolutely impeccable. Catches one out with a nade in hand, and there we go. Perfect start here for the Movistar Riders. Shots can fall right back to the site, allow his teammates to rotate in, and they are coming out on top in every single one of these engagements, and still with the advantage.
Once again towards Banana. Alex flashed off the position, though, as he pushes up towards this wall. Shifting forward, Neelan's actually going to be ready for him. Hiding behind that smoke, he's good for one. He knows that it's going to be Mopos above to try and finish the job. Can he finish him off? No, he can't. Instead, he's going to bring out a bit of utility to try and finish the job. Flashes go out. That's going to force Mopos into a very tough position. He could be the victim to a wallbang. That he is.
But if they walk in, they could make something happen.
Well, still his position's known. Shox is able to support him, and on top of making something happen, they do just that. However, the lack of position shown by Neelan makes them think it's a bit of a fake. As well, the player pushing from CT, but it's not spotted by Neelan. Neelan now will aggress. He shuts down Steel, but the players to worry about is in CT. He's nowhere near New Box, and well, here comes Shox trying to pressure down low. He does just that. Neelan trades. Neelan will be able to get a plant, put it down to 1 versus 1 with Smooya. That's something to be scared of. He's able to back away in time. He knows the English Author's going to be swinging straight into him. Shots ring out. Swing goes wide. Smooya comes out on top. And with that, Movistar Riders, they make it a third, and they also ruin that K23 economy.
Look at the balls on this man as well. I mean, taking that gunfight
things up, and well, they open it up with pure aggression to middle.
They absolutely do. Mopos, he's only down to an MP9, and we come in this B site. That's Alex, and K23, they've got free reign of the apartments, middle, but as they peek in, Smooya's there to take another head.
Now would be the time to do so. Norbert, he's in towards App. Steel also stacked up in pit, but it's Norbert to strike first. Good for one, good for two. That's the opening that's needed. It's messy, but Steel's able to trade, but to what avail?
If there was no third man there, like you seem to be expecting, then K23 probably would have burst into that site, but no. He gets in, past his crosshair, and still just didn't react. And then he shot and missed. He sprayed 4 bullets and didn't hit any of them onto Adren.
It's just straight execution for the most part. Neelan, does he go through this smoke? Yes, he does. Into the Molotov. That's a lot of damage, but Norbert's actually able to find the first entry. Alex able to respond. He's able to cross back towards New Box. Spot outlook for the time being. He's swinging wide up. Get one of his own. Trying to find more, and Adren falls. Both get the next set of the matter. And with that, it goes 2 on 3. A man advantage from Movistar Riders. However, they're playing it after plant. They're playing it retake. And for K23, they've had the time to get into these after plant positions.
Could really do with hitting a couple of headshots. Needs the timing to go in his favor. Fame has to push through the smoke. They're not expecting it. He's able to find the first, slip away before the second trade comes through. Shock spins around, lands the headshot. How on earth does he hit that? And Fame now has to spam away through this smoke. He's missing by millimeters. That head, it's oh so close, but he can't connect it. And the round will go to the Movistar Riders.
He'll be the one to lead the charge here.
Well, that flash could have allowed Alex to fall away. Instead, he sticks around, and that's the mistake. Fame rips his head off. Mopos there to trade, but Adren, an absolute Ferrari peak. Hold a D and just swing around the corner, firing that Mag-10. Able to find that one. Gives them the man advantage, gives them the bomb site. The smokes are now posted. They can get this C4 planted, take these post-plant positions, and look at Mo's position right up above the smoke. Eliminate shocks. No way he's expecting that one. And I think this is probably just a save call here from the Movistar Riders once again. Smooya has to fall away, save that AWP, and steal up the M4 in pit. Doesn't want anything to do with this. Didn't even start the rotation.
Norby's over by Smooya as well towards Library. And they did. As still, it would counter towards Short. He's got K23 members looking to hunt him down as they make their way on forward. They congregate towards Long before making their way.
Impact by round frags. Right now, up against a very, very lackluster buy from the Movistar Riders. K23 have an opportunity to get...
They were looking in the wrong direction. We're going to have Smooya trying to hold in the smoke towards Archway. Fortunately, he's unable to get through just yet. It's actually Shocks to ring out the first shots, shutting down Adren from pits, but he's got players from both the long, short, and apps to try and shut him down, and Norbert does just that. A beautiful entry there, as with that K23, they secure a site, they get a bomb plant, and they force Movistar Riders to either consider saving again, and they probably will after Smooya topples.
Investment here in the 11. So K23 are on to 7, and realistically should be able to take 8 against whatever comes out in their belt to keep it away. Smokes are deployed, Shock sitting in it, ready to be flashed through as he goes for the hard peek. There's the first headshot, is instantly traded by Adren, though. A very, very important trade for him to find. And off the back of it, we're not going to see any rotations pulled, but if Adren can continue to cause problems towards A, maybe we will. And there we go, Mopos starts to fall back. Oh my goodness, they're both rotating off. Oh, this has gone perfectly for K23.
Alex, I think having spotted Adren realizes what's up, and granted that Molly will buy a substantial amount of time, or damage even, but in a 3-on-3, we're going to see that plant instantly. Alex boosted up, able to find one quick kill through the box. He's going to try and find a second. He can't quite for the time being. He goes 2-on. Flashes go out, and so allow him to try and push back out towards Pillar. Alex brings out a few shots. He swings wide. He's spotted out by Mo. He's unable to ring out the shots properly, and Mo in a 1-versus-3. Caught out. Beautiful round by Mopos there to get the information and the kills. With that, Movistar Riders make it 5, and they pull themselves back just a little bit.
Yeah, they recover that one very... But look how much utility's been deployed over towards Banana early on. It's not done any damage, but the flashbang, well, it allows 2.
Not a flashbang, but the pure aim from Fame is able to pull ahead, and well, still his nade is good, but Neelan, he's better. Trade goes through, Shocks again, able to trade, but only good for 1, leaving Smooya in a 1-versus-3. What good can the English Orber hope to do here? And well, instead, he just gals in pit, open hand, and he awaits to see anyone who comes into his crosshair. As well, for K23, this is absolutely best case scenario.
Yeah, already on to 9. Could take 10, especially considering Movistar Riders won't have loads of cash to work with in the next, especially if Smooya isn't able to save this AWP, and they're already hunting for him. They've got loads of money. They can fully reinvest in the next, regardless of what happens here. Smooya's timing's absolutely impeccable. He is able to take down Mo. And it feels like Fame has heard me say earlier on that his kills have been eco frags, and now he's just finding these big impact frags.
Rifles, and for a 5-rifle configuration, it actually gives them quite a lot of dynamic gameplay when they move ahead. Norbert finds an initial pick towards Shocks. Elsewhere, Smooya and Boiler's good for 1. He's good for 2 as well. He looks to treble up. He doesn't quite hit the 3rd, though, as Adren is able to...
3 trades out Norber's initial frag taken, and Mopos right through the smoke. Oh, it could have worked out beautifully, but instead, Adren is wise to it. Finds the headshot, brings it into a 3-on-2. The flank hit from Steel could do something, but instead he drops. Alex finds a headshot, but just with the FAMAS in hand. Position known. C4 going to go down. The Molotov adds complications, and he's actually going to run right through it. This is a ballsy play, and it's not going to work. Norbert
is again going very aggressive towards second mid, and then subsequently towards Apps. We've got Mo the man to try and catch him out. Shocks is able to execute him. He spots towards Boiler as well. That's going to force the player back in the form of Norbert. Instead, he's actually going to aggress towards mid. They're going to play 5-on-4 retake for K23. A ballsy decision to make. We'll have to see if it pays off.
Yeah, the early B stat doesn't pay any dividends for them, and now it's going to be tricky with the USP. He's trying to get back into the site. These Glocks up close and personal can seriously do the damage, and Mopos is giving us a nice little showcase of it. Boost over the smoke should merit the first, but instead, Smooya, what on earth is that? 2 right through it. Lines them up with a P250 and taps away. And it leaves it all down to Fame. He's the man with the kit. He's the man with the flash. Could justify saving here. Instead wants to take a couple of heads with him before he does so to try and close this scoreline. But that's the start they need.
That's exactly what's required. Still, he's caught out and finished by Fame.
Oh.
Fame, he doubles up. And, well, that's
hard there to hold on to that kit. I like that. A lot of early banana presence here from the Movistar Riders. They fall right off of it instantly. Beautiful opening from...
He moves away from CT. Instead, he wants to fight standard. Adreni's tagged down, but he does the same to Mopos. And, well, Smooth, he finds the first. Now, all of a sudden, these Eagles have to ring true. And, well, Norbert certainly does, as does Fame. Smooth on the angle. He's damaged, but steals the one to finish the job. Neelan now back sight in a 1 versus 3. His position not quite cleared. Smooth, he's the one to fall victim to that. Good for 1. He knows his players towards Banana to worry about. He damages up that member. He picks up an AK now with his spy bear's teeth. As he shifts forward, he's wary of the players towards Ruins. Able to catch out the UMP. Suddenly, this is doable. He's got Shocks to worry about. Catches out Shocks. Hits the 1 versus 3. And with that, K23, they pull ahead to make it 11 off the merits of their 4 spy. And
setup. Does seem like there's going to be a bit of a pinch around towards this B side, but they're fully aware of it. Mo with the M4 does get eliminated. The Deagle fires through. They press onto this A side. Smooya with another. And all of a sudden, it falls onto Adren's shoulders. He needs to do some damage here. If he drops, then it's all over. And as the P250 pops over the top, there we go. This round has flipped on its head. This was a full eco from the Movistar Riders. I suppose so, yeah. I mean, maybe you can say that Mo should have found a couple of kills there when he was in library, or at least the one.
Trying to force a odd member out of position, but for the most part, it looks like K23 are actually going to fight for Banana. They go wide, they swing wide. Neelan good for 2, Alex to trade, and, well, Fame, is he all back away? You'll hold
towards the B bomb site. In fact, sorry, the A bomb site. Only 1 towards B as Norba gets flashed off the angle, drops down, is eliminated. There should have been a trade in place there, and there we go. Mo's able to find it a little bit late, but it's perfect. Now a 3v2. Alex needs to trade out this kill. Absolutely does. The AK fires through, but Adren denies the plant. And now it all comes down to Alex, the man on the site, C4 in hand. Alex is going to wait for someone to come around from either side, but has absolutely no info on the secondary player.
Alex, he's going to try and take each 1v1 as it comes, and he's in the perfect position to do so, but the flash is good enough to try and get him off position. Fame spots him, Adren finishes, and, well, Josh, I believe the words you used were, I'm done, as we see K23, they pull ahead to make it 12, and they force Movistar Riders. They can buy, but it's actually just going to be a fairly good buy. So I'll take back what I was about to say there.
Yeah, right, man. I'll see you later. You have
retake. Once this flash goes out, Fame won't spot anything, and then the trade's going to come through in the form of this back 10. Fame, he's unable to even find it. With that, it's going to be Neelan on the off angle. He's caught out by Alex, who doubles up, and with that, K23 lose this B site.
That's really unfortunate. If the flash comes through a second later, maybe he finds a couple of kills. If it comes through a second earlier, then he's got time to actually get that smoke down and get back behind the sandbags. But no, the timing's absolutely impeccable. And off the back of it, Movistar Riders are able to snatch away that B site. Norba, because obviously it wasn't like loads of things went horribly wrong. They lost this round off of the back of trying to come in, nades rain in, boost comes over the top, and the response is take the early banana control by force and don't allow the opponents to get it.
That is a beautiful shot from Norbert to kick things off. Neelan is able to trade on to Smooya, and with that, Movistar Riders, they don't quite have a avenue of attack right now. More mollies go down, no possible shift on forward, good for 1. He's still got fate.
They lose it, Movistar Riders can get onto double digits. They've still got enough cash to go for another buy after this, even if they lose. Their major issue is that K23, they need to make a decision, and they need to make sure that Norba doesn't deny it. But look at this angle, it's absolutely perfect. He's able to spray away for 1, not the second. And now Movistar Riders have got a real good opportunity.
My fear for them is that they are both very low on HP. And with that, we're going to see him get this bomb plant and see how graveyard. And that's not really an orthodox position. It's not one you'd check unless Fame goes to the wall bank. That he does. Steal falls. Adren now on Alex. 1 bullet from the Deagle. It's all it takes. But Alex comes out on top. And with that,
Neelan playing anti-flash. This could be very dangerous. If a peek comes in, Mo's going to fire off the first shot. And off this contact, Neelan will swing. But what the hell is that entry from Smooya?
That's an opening and a half. Fame now, the lone man towards B. He'll attempt to hold, but it may not matter. Elsewhere, Movistar Riders, they turn their attention towards, well, A eventually, but just a Adren shuts down Steel. Side right now, this dictates whether or not we see an eco next round, or a substantial buy. There's a lot of damage done to him. Adren through the smoke finishes off Mopaz. There's that opening. That's K23 need. Now they need to try and hold it.
The support flies in at the right time. Norba with 2, and Fame, he's able to swing out and find the last. Absolute Adren laying inside of the library, and there we go. Pounces on the first. Instant trade by Smooya. 4 versus 4 as Movistar Riders want to continue to press on to this A bomb side, but there's only 30 seconds left. They need to speed this one up, and they've still got the crossfire to deal with between Sight and Mini.
Alex good for Norba, and well then most of the riders go to a man advantage. Shock's a great shot there as it goes 4 on 2. Clark goes down, most of the riders look to make it 11, and with that, going to be K23 who have to save, and more importantly, have to go to a poor buy next round.
That is rough. I say they've still got the crossfire on site to contend with. The time was ticking away. And how do they do it? Just like that. Loss bonus. And therefore, they might just have to hold on to these 2 rifles and just eco around it. We might see Norba pull out a Deagle.
Right now, deploys that smoke. A perfect read to deploy that smoke, but they just barrel towards him. They just look to pressure down to CT. Needle surviving as best he can. Needle doing everything required of him and more. As now, suddenly K23, bare teeth. Shocks, he tries to aggress forward, but Neelan trebles up. He's got a 4 versus 2, all off the merits of his B defense now, and for Movistar Riders, this is something to fear. This is something to kind of behold as right now still aggressing towards Ruins. Will try to catch out these initial members, but Neelan, he jumps across. He realizes that all he's good for is bait, and as Norba falls, it's all on Smooya. Good for 1, looks to double up. Suddenly he does, on for the 1 versus 3, but he can't quite convert. Mo finishes the job. K23 hit 14, and they force Movistar Riders to a bit of an uncomfortable situation.
There, which realistically he probably should have. That's round over, but to find 3 kills makes it doable and probable. And an opening pick from Shocks, a secondary one fires through. Well, the 2 FAMASs that got aggressive in mid early have been dropped, and it now comes down to the big guns. Mo with the AWP finds the first. That's the bomb dropped, instantly caught though. As they continue to press on to A long, Neelan looking to try and work some magic once again. Round the corner of this smoke, there's the first, sprays away, can't find the second, but Mo in the meantime converts for another. Fame trades it, and it all comes down to Mopaz. This round was a 5v3, now a 2-on-1 for Mopaz to clutch up, and he does find the first, holding for the second, headshot, and actually lands it. AWP, everybody else with their weapons of choice, and an absolute bombardment of nades towards Banana. What a messy start.
That is absolutely perfect. Movistar Riders, they just erupt. They burst onto that site, and it's just all hell was just broke loose once that initial shot was fired. And the K23, it's all about saving, but Mopaz, he's got other plans for them. Adren's taken down, it's all on Norba, and with a single...
Aren't going to have any money. They haven't even got a max loss bonus. I think they've got the $2,400 loss bonus. Yeah, that's... we're gonna...
Aggression, the pure and utter... just attack that comes through right now. A few shots ring out either way. Neelan, he's tagged down. He's good for 1 through the smoke, but the reality is he's lost
the sight line around the edges of it. This C4 still hasn't gone down from Movistar Riders. I don't know why they haven't planted yet. It's allowed so much time for this retake to come in, and Adren fires through for 2 with the FAMAS. Smooya and Steel pick up the pieces, and it all comes down to a 2-on-1. Mo, he can't get it done. Movies.